my beloved soul. Today, I want to speak into your heart about a truth that is as timeless as it is powerful. God Himself is saying that your life of loneliness, your nights of silent longing, the quiet moments when you feel unseen and unheard, will soon be transformed into a melody of joy. Your spouse, whom God has already prepared, will come into your life and turn your loneliness into laughter. Yes, what feels like a desert today will blossom into a garden filled with laughter, love, and companionship. Many of you have walked through the corridors of solitude, feeling the weight of empty spaces and quiet rooms. You have wondered if anyone would ever understand the depths of your heart, the intricacies of your mind, the hidden corners of your soul. Yet, in the midst of your longing, God has been working silently, meticulously, preparing someone whose heart will harmonize perfectly with yours. This person is praying, seeking God's wisdom, growing in grace even as you wait. Your laughter is already in God's hands. The loneliness you have endured is not punishment, it is preparation. Each tear you have shed, each sleepless night, each sigh of longing is part of the refining fire that is shaping your character, your heart, and your capacity to love deeply. God does not bring someone into your life to just occupy space. He brings a spouse to illuminate your world, to cause laughter to spring from your soul, to turn every memory of pain into a testimony of joy. Think about it. The laughter that will fill your home will not come from fleeting jokes or temporary distractions. It will come from a deep sense of connection, from shared dreams, from understanding without explanation. Imagine waking up each morning knowing that someone else is genuinely thrilled to see your smile. Picture your evenings filled with conversations that never grow tired, with whispers that comfort your soul. This is not fantasy. This is the promise of God. Even now, your future spouse is growing into the person they are meant to be for you. God is cultivating patience, kindness, faithfulness, and love in their heart. They are learning lessons that will make them wise, compassionate, and perfectly attuned to your spirit. And as they grow, you are growing too. Your waiting is not wasted. Your prayers are not unheard. Every moment of your loneliness is being transformed into a foundation for laughter that will echo through your life for decades to come. Many people do not understand the divine timing of God. They rush into relationships. They settle for companionship. That is shallow. They compromise their joy for temporary comfort. But God's timing is perfect. Your spouse will not just arrive. They will arrive when your hearts are ready, when your souls are aligned, and when the laughter that follows will be pure, untainted, and everlasting. It is important to prepare yourself as well. God does not merely bring two people together. He brings two hearts, two spirits, and two visions into one unified purpose. Your laughter will not only come from their presence, but from your readiness to embrace love fully. This is why every moment of self-reflection, every step toward personal growth, and every act of kindness you extend now matters. You are creating the space for joy to flourish. Do not underestimate the power of prayer in this season. Pray not only for your spouse, but for yourself. Pray for patience. Pray for discernment. Pray for joy even in the waiting. God delights in answered prayers, and your prayers are setting the stage for a love story that will turn your loneliness into laughter. When you finally meet, it will feel as if the universe has conspired in your favor. You will recognize them not only by their presence, but by the peace, security, and joy they bring into your life. Laughter in marriage is not superficial. It is a reflection of deep spiritual and emotional harmony. It is the sound of two hearts beating in unison, of two souls sharing in God's blessings. Your spouse will not just bring you company, they will bring life to your spirit, light to your darkest moments, and music to your silent prayers. Many of you may wonder, how will I know when it is the right person? My beloved soul, God is already answering that question. You will recognize them not by worldly standards or fleeting attraction, but by the peace that envelops your heart. The laughter that springs forth when you are with them will feel natural, effortless, and eternal. It will be laughter that heals past wounds, laughter that strengthens your faith, Laughter that makes even ordinary days extraordinary. Do not lose hope in your waiting. Even if seasons have felt long, even if your heart has been tested, remember that God's promise is unwavering. Your spouse is out there, praying, preparing, and seeking God's wisdom, just as you are. When you meet, your lives will merge in a way that transcends mere companionship. Your soul will finally find a home, a sanctuary of love and laughter that was designed for you from the beginning of time. My beloved soul, as we continue, hear this: God is not only preparing your spouse, but He is also preparing your heart to receive the fullness of joy that comes with true companionship. The laughter that awaits you is a divine gift, a reflection of His glory in your life. It will not be fleeting or shallow. It will be profound, healing, and life-giving. Every lonely night you endured has been a step toward this sacred joy. Think about the times when you felt alone, when silence surrounded you, when longing weighed heavily upon your chest. Those moments were never empty. They were God's careful preparation. Each moment of solitude was shaping your heart to recognize the depth of love that is coming. Loneliness has a way of teaching patience, humility, and hope. These lessons, my beloved soul, are the very foundation upon which your laughter-filled marriage will be built. Your future spouse is not a stranger to longing either. They too have walked through seasons of waiting, moments of quiet yearning, and days of prayer. God has been teaching them the same lessons, nurturing them to become the person whose presence will fill your life with delight. When you meet, you will see the fingerprints of divine preparation on each other's hearts. You will laugh together, because God has orchestrated your meeting, aligning not only your paths, but your spirits. Now imagine the beauty of your laughter together. It will come in the simplest moments. Sharing a meal, walking hand in hand, whispering dreams late at night. Laughter will arise from mutual understanding, from shared faith, and from the simple recognition that God has answered your prayers. Your spouse will understand the language of your heart. It will see the depths of your soul and respond with love, respect, and joy. This is the laughter that comes from knowing you are fully seen and fully cherished. God is calling you to prepare your heart for this experience. Your laughter will be greater if it rises from a place of gratitude and faith. Start now by thanking God for what is to come. Celebrate your own growth, your own resilience, and your own readiness to embrace love that transforms. Speak words of faith into your life, declaring that your loneliness is ending, that joy is coming, that your spouse will turn your tears into laughter. Words have power, my beloved soul, and your declarations align you with the divine plan. There will be challenges, of course, as with any journey toward a profound blessing. You may doubt, you may worry, you may question God's timing. But in those moments, remember this: your laughter, your joy, and your companionship are worth every season of waiting. Trust in the process, trust in God's perfect wisdom, and trust in His timing. He does not rush. He does not falter. He sees the end from the beginning and knows exactly when to bring your hearts together. Even now, God is weaving circumstances, guiding encounters, and aligning your paths so that when you meet, the moment will feel inevitable. It will not be random, and it will not be ordinary. You will recognize His hand in every detail: the timing, the location, the conversation, the feelings that arise. Your laughter will be a reflection of divine orchestration, a melody composed by God Himself. As you continue to prepare your heart, embrace joy in the present. Do not let loneliness define you. Let faith define you. Laugh now, my beloved soul. In anticipation of what is to come, practice gratitude, cultivate kindness, and rejoice in small blessings. The more your heart is open to joy today, the more abundant your laughter will be when your spouse arrives. Your spouse will not only bring laughter, but also comfort. They will walk beside you in times of sorrow, lift you when you are weary, and remind you of God's faithfulness when your spirit feels weak. This is not a mere companionship. This is a divine partnership, a sacred bond designed to bring wholeness, joy, and spiritual fulfillment. Consider the intimacy that will grow between you, the shared prayers, the whispered dreams, the quiet moments of connection that need no words. In these moments, laughter will arise naturally because your hearts are aligned with God's purpose. Your spouse will celebrate your victories, console your sorrows, and create a space where your soul feels free to express itself fully. This is the laughter of a heart at peace, a spirit at rest, and a love anchored in divine truth. The world may offer fleeting pleasures, temporary relationships, and shallow companionships, but God's promise is enduring. The laughter your spouse brings is eternal in its significance. It will echo through your life, touching not only your heart, but the hearts of those around you. Your joy will be a testimony, a living proof of God's faithfulness and His ability to turn loneliness into delight. Even as you anticipate this blessing, continue to seek God's guidance in all areas of your life. Pray for wisdom, for discernment, and for the courage to embrace love fully. Pray for your spouse as well, asking God to protect them, guide them, and prepare them for the journey ahead. This mutual prayer creates a spiritual connection even before you meet. It aligns your hearts and invites God's divine hand to orchestrate every detail. Your laughter is already beginning, my beloved soul. It starts within you, in your faith, in your hope, in your trust in God's promise. When your spouse arrives, it will multiply, filling your life with joy that cannot be contained. The days of solitude will become a distant memory, replaced by shared laughter, mutual understanding, and profound connection. A sign that His promise is alive and working in your heart. This is a season of preparation, a sacred time during which every step you take, every prayer you utter, and every act of faith is shaping the joy that will manifest through your spouse. Consider this: your laughter is a spiritual fruit. It is born from hope, nurtured through patience, and rooted in God's unwavering faithfulness. Each lonely moment you endured was planting seeds for this laughter. Every tear shed in solitude has fertilized the soil of your heart, so that when your spouse arrives, joy will bloom abundantly, and laughter will become a natural response to the beauty of your union. God has not forgotten you. He has not overlooked your prayers. The one who will turn your loneliness into laughter is already being prepared, molded by His wisdom and guided by His love. Your spouse is learning, growing, and aligning with God's purpose even as you wait. They are walking a path of faith, encountering challenges and developing the character necessary to be the partner your soul has longed for. Your laughter will be evidence of God's perfect timing. You will look back on your seasons of loneliness and see them not as wasted moments, but as preparation. You will recognize that each period of longing, each quiet night, and each unanswered question served a higher purpose: to refine your heart, to strengthen your spirit, and to ready you for the fullness of joy that awaits. Do not fear the wait. Do not despair. Instead, use this time to deepen your connection with God. Cultivate your own joy, even in solitude, so that when your spouse arrives, your laughter will not only be a response to their presence, but a reflection of the love of God within you. The more you nurture your own spirit, the more harmonious and joyous your union will be. Your future spouse will understand your heart without the need for explanation. They will recognize your emotions, honor your dreams, and rejoice in your victories. The laughter you share will be spontaneous, effortless, and profound, arising naturally from the alignment of your spirits and the unity of your hearts. This laughter will not be shallow. It will heal, strengthen, and sustain you through every season of life. Consider the power of shared faith. Your spouse will walk with you in prayer, support you in challenges, and rejoice with you in triumphs. Together, you will create a spiritual harmony that makes laughter a reflection of divine truth. Your conversations will be filled with understanding, encouragement, and mutual respect. You will laugh at life's absurdities, celebrate small victories, and comfort one another in sorrow. Your home will echo with joy, a living testament to God's faithfulness and the beauty of His timing. Even now, God is orchestrating circumstances that will lead to your meeting. He is arranging encounters, guiding interactions, and preparing both of your hearts. Your spouse is not a random person. They are a divine gift, specifically chosen and perfectly suited to bring laughter, joy, and companionship into your life? When the moment arrives, it will feel destined. You will recognize the hand of God in every detail, and laughter will flow naturally as your hearts unite in love and understanding. Do not underestimate the importance of gratitude. Thank God daily for the joy that is coming. Celebrate the growth you've experienced during this season of waiting. Speak words of faith, declaring that your loneliness is ending and that laughter is entering your life. Gratitude opens your heart to receive, amplifies joy, and strengthens the spiritual bond that is already forming between you and your future spouse. Your laughter will also be a source of healing. It will wash away past disappointments, mend broken hearts, and restore hope. The joy that flows from this union will not only enrich your life, but will ripple outward, touching friends, family, and everyone who witnesses your happiness. Your story will become a living testimony of God's ability to transform waiting into delight, loneliness into connection, and longing into profound joy. Remember, God's plan is perfect. He is orchestrating not only your meeting, but the timing, the setting, and the circumstances that will allow your laughter to flourish. Your spouse will bring not just companionship, but a deep, abiding joy that resonates through your spirit. Together, you will celebrate life's blessings, navigate challenges, create a legacy of love and laughter that will inspire others. Even in moments of doubt, remember this: God is faithful. Your laughter is already being prepared. Your spouse is already being prepared. Every prayer you pray, every act of faith, and every moment of hope is a thread in the tapestry of joy that God is weaving for your life. Your loneliness is not permanent. It is the soil from which laughter will grow. As you continue to prepare, embrace patience. Trust in God's timing. Celebrate your growth and remain steadfast in faith. Your spouse is coming, and with their arrival, every quiet night will be replaced with the sound of laughter, every tear with joy, and every longing with fulfillment. The laughter you share will be a reflection of divine love, a manifestation of answered prayers, and a testament to the beauty of God's plan. My beloved soul, we have arrived at the place of triumph, the place where the promise of God transforms into reality. Hear this: your spouse will come, and with them your loneliness will dissolve, replaced by laughter, joy, and the fullness of divine companionship. This is the culmination of years of waiting, prayer, and faith. Every tear, every sigh, every quiet night has led to this moment of divine fulfillment. Imagine the day you meet your spouse. The air will feel different. Charged with the presence of God, your heart will recognize them before your eyes even see their face. The laughter that springs from your soul will be immediate and uncontrollable, not because of trivial amusement, but because your spirit recognizes the harmony of love that God has orchestrated. It is a laughter that heals, uplifts, and celebrates. Life itself, your life together, will be a symphony of joy. You will find delight in simple moments, walking hand in hand, sharing meals, exchanging glances filled with understanding. Laughter will accompany your conversations, filling your home with a warmth that was absent before. It will be a laughter born of spiritual alignment, mutual respect, and the recognition that God has brought you together to share a sacred journey. Even the challenges that may come will not diminish your joy. Instead, they will deepen it, for you will face them together, strengthened by faith, guided by love, and united in purpose. Your spouse will be a source of comfort in trials, a partner in victory, and a reflection of God's faithfulness. Together, you will transform ordinary life into an extraordinary celebration of love and laughter. Do not fear the intensity of this joy. It is meant to overflow, to touch not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Your laughter will inspire hope, radiate peace, and demonstrate the power of God's promises fulfilled. Friends, family, even strangers will witness the beauty of a love rooted in divine timing and spiritual harmony. God's plan is meticulous. He has prepared every detail of your meeting, every circumstance that will bring you together, and every moment that will allow laughter to flourish. Your spouse is walking a path guided by God's wisdom, growing into the person whose heart is perfectly attuned to yours. When you meet, it will be a divine encounter that confirms the faithfulness of God and the fulfillment of His promises. Your laughter will be a daily reminder of God's faithfulness. It will remind you of His timing, His wisdom, and His love. Every giggle, every chuckle, every burst of joy will echo the truth that God does not forget His children, that He answers prayers, and that He turns waiting into celebration. Loneliness will become a distant memory, replaced by the vibrancy of a shared life filled with purpose, love, and laughter. Consider the intimacy of your union. Your spouse will not only understand your words, but the language of your heart. They will rejoice in your victories, console you in sorrow, and share in your dreams. Your laughter will arise naturally from this profound understanding, creating a bond that is unshakable and enduring. It will be a laughter that reflects trust, faith, and divine joy. Celebrate the growth that has brought you to this moment. The seasons of waiting have cultivated patience, strength, and hope. You are now ready to embrace love fully, to receive joy unreservedly, and to share your life with someone who complements your spirit perfectly. This readiness amplifies the laughter that your spouse will bring, making it richer, deeper, and more enduring. Pray continually for your union. Pray for protection, guidance, and continued alignment with God's purpose. Even as you anticipate the arrival of your spouse, remain faithful to your spiritual journey. The stronger your connection with God, the more harmonious your laughter will be, and the more radiant your love will shine. Your laughter is a spiritual reflection of God's presence, and your union is a living testament to His faithfulness. Know this, my beloved soul: your spouse will not only turn your loneliness into laughter, but they will also reveal the fullness of God's joy in your life. Together, you will create memories that overflow with delight, moments that resonate with divine love, and a home filled with warmth, peace, and celebration. Every day will carry the echoes of laughter, a reminder that God has fulfilled His promise and transformed your waiting into abundance. Your story, once marked by solitude, will now be marked by shared joy. Every whispered prayer, every hopeful expectation, and every act of faith has led to this divine outcome. Your spouse will be a reflection of God's love, a source of unwavering support, and a partner whose presence fills your life with laughter, peace, and fulfillment. As you embrace this union, carry gratitude in your heart. Thank God for every step of the journey, for every moment of preparation, and for the laughter that now fills your life. Let your joy be a testimony, a living proof that God turns waiting into celebration, loneliness into connection, and longing into divine laughter. Your home will be a sanctuary of joy, a place where love thrives, and where every moment is an opportunity to celebrate the faithfulness of God. Remember, my beloved soul, that your laughter is eternal. It will echo through your life, resonate with those around you, and become a beacon of hope for others who are waiting. Your spouse has arrived, your prayers have been answered, and the promise of God has been fulfilled. Embrace the joy, cherish the laughter, and live fully in the beauty of a love that transforms loneliness into divine celebration. Your journey has led to this glorious day. The laughter that fills your home is not merely the sound of joy, it is the manifestation of God's faithfulness. It is proof that waiting was never wasted, that patience brings rewards, and that the love God has promised will always arrive. In perfect timing, celebrate, my beloved soul, for your spouse has turned your loneliness into laughter, and your life is now a testament to the eternal joy of God's promises fulfilled.